everyone. The Minnesota Timberwolves are a very interesting team, to put it lightly, right? They have what appears could be a very good team. And I think that there is a lot of potential with this team. I don't know if they have the pieces necessary to actually win a championship. Now, Minnesota feels like they made the big move, literally, to go get Rudy Gobert and have him kind of help reshape this team and kind of put this team in a position to be a contender, right? That's why you go and trade everything they did, which I think was way too much for Rudy, but they clearly believe that they got a good deal on Rudy and that he is a guy that's going to be a real game changer for this team. My problem is that, like, I just feel, one, can Karl Anthony Towns actually play the power forward? One of the things that makes him so great is his ability to play the center. He is a great shooter, don't get me wrong. He might be the greatest big man shooter in the league right now, but still, a lot of questions of will he be able to guard, the power forwards of this league, especially when teams go smaller. Is he going to be able to stay in front of people? And are these two going to end up being a negative at some point, right? That's a real question. And not just that, but Rudy, as great as he is at blocking shots and stuff, not the greatest on the offensive end. He's a liability late in games because you can't have him in the game because then they can just hack him and now you're in trouble. And the main issue that the Utah Jazz experienced every year were teams just pulled him out of the paint, right? And made him have to come out, and then that completely neutralized Rudy. And it just made it very difficult. Now, you still do have like Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, right, to kind of create this big four, I guess, or their version of that. But they gave up what I felt were so many quality pieces. Like, I think Vanderbilt was just such a quality asset and gave you like a different element. And maybe this works. Maybe it works out great. Maybe Rudy and Karl Anthony Towns fit in just seamlessly. But Rudy's going from being the second guy on the team to being likely the fourth. And is he going to be okay with that? Is that something that he's going to be willing to accept, playing that role? I mean, he was already complaining and having issues in Utah about his touches. And he felt like he wasn't getting quality touches and he wasn't getting looks and stuff like that. What's going to happen when you have D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns all needing their shots, all needing their touches? Anthony Edwards I think is the real game changer for this team. I think that they go as far as Anthony Edwards takes them, but this duo could potentially be very good. Now, they do have the Twin Towers. Karl Anthony Towns, like I said, his skill set, his intangibles, but his IQ, Karl Anthony Towns' IQ from a basketball level is just terrible. I mean, even last season, he makes some of the worst decisions, some of the biggest bonehead plays I think I've ever seen. Like, it's like, I remember one of the games, and it might have even been one of the playing games, but I remember watching one of the games, and like they had the lead, and he just was doing everything he could to throw that game. And it was like, he had like 3 or 4 plays in a row where you were just standing there like, dude, like, take him out of the game. Like, he's becoming a liability for you. And D'Angelo Russell, he is a huge factor for this team. Like, there was a statistic last season that they had like something like a 45 and 11 win rate or something like that, something insane like that, when he averaged 20 points. So basically, every time D'Angelo Russell put up 20 points, this team essentially won the game. And you saw that in the play-in and some of the playoff games. When he put up 20 points, they won. So is he going to take a back seat? Like, is Rudy going to be okay with just being a rebounder and shot blocker? Is Karl Anthony Towns going to be able to play next to another big guy? Is Anthony Edwards, is he going to be able to take that next step, that next leap? I love Anthony Edwards as a player. I think he is that absolute dog. I think he believes he is the best player in the world, night in and night out. I do. I'm a big fan of Anthony Edwards. I think he is just an absolute assassin on the basketball court. But he's young. Experience is a thing. Is he going to be able to get into the paint the way that he used to with Rudy? What is going to be the play schemes? What is going to be the play sets? I don't know. I feel like this is going to go one of two ways. I think either it works and it works pretty good, and it's like, are Minnesota really a contender? Or it's going to be a disaster. And this team's going to still be a play-in team. This team's still going to be, maybe they're like a 7th seed or a 6th seed. But I don't know. I'm not fully buying this team personally. I hope that I'm completely wrong. I would love to see Minnesota. Like I said, I love the talent that they have. I think that they have a really good roster, but I just feel like all of the assets you gave away to go get Rudy, you could have gotten somebody else. You could have gotten I almost feel like they would have been better off getting Donovan Mitchell. I don't know. I feel like it could just be very clunky. I feel like there's going to be a lot of situations where they're not going to be able to play Rudy at all. And yes, it's nice to have Karl Anthony Towns out there, and he could play a role. But one, like I said, is IQ, and two, it's like you went and gave all that stuff away and are paying Rudy all this money, and he might end up being a liability for this team. I don't know. I obviously they have a plan. Obviously, in their heads, they believe that this was the right move and that this is the move to kind of put them over the top. But I still question if it was. I still question if this is something that a move that they should have done, or if this was something that they should have just, they should have looked in another direction, or they should, just done something different. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think of the Minnesota Timberwolves? This is one of the teams that I don't really have a real feel for, because I really think it could go either way. I really think that they either are really good or they're going to be really bad. Think it's going to be okay, let me rephrase it. I don't think they'll be really bad, but I think that it won't go by the standard of which they believe they will be. It'll be really bad. I think that I don't think Rudy makes them that much better. I really don't. I think, defensively, shot blocking wise, stuff like that, but teams already know how to basically neutralize Rudy. And I don't see that all of a sudden changing because he's on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I don't see him starting to knock down his free throws and, being able to create shots and stuff like that. You're going to have to create. And you don't have a real point guard to do that. If Rudy went to the Phoenix Suns, I'd be like, he's going to be great. I'd be like, Phoenix is terrifying now because they have a guy in Chris Paul who's going to be able to make Rudy more effective. I don't see that for Edwards. I don't see that for Russell. I don't see that for Karl. I don't see anybody on the Timberwolves roster where I look at and go, man, they're really going to be able to maximize Rudy. I just don't see it. And that was a problem with Donovan Mitchell. He wasn't able to really maximize Rudy. And there were moments, there were plays, there were things like that. But a lot of the times, it was like Rudy you almost were better off taking him out of the game. And I think that that's going to be the same scenario here with this Minnesota team. I think that you're going to be looking at it and you're going to be like, you might as well just take him out of the game. And that's not good. I think Rudy needs to be on a team with if he was in Dallas, I'd probably feel the same way. As if he went to the Suns, because you have Luka who's going to be able to create and put Rudy in the best position. But I don't think that this team has that sort of playmaker. I mean, Russell can make plays. Edwards can make plays. These guys can make plays, but not like a LeBron or a Luka or a Chris Paul or guys like that. Guys that are point guard first. Let me set this guy. Let me go get him, a bucket. Let me go, put him in a position to be successful here. And that's a big concern. That really is. It's something that I'm curious about. But anyway, again, however you feel. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What do you think? Are you high on them? Are you not? Do you think that that this is going to go well? Do you think Rudy moves the needle? Again, I don't think Rudy truly moves the needle. I think he makes them better, but I don't think he makes them that much better. I don't think he makes and it seems like the consensus feel that way too. It seems like most people don't think that he makes them that much better. Like, I don't think this is a move that it was like, man, that was the missing piece. That is what they needed to win a championship. I don't. But anyway, again, let me know down in the comment section below. Quick little shameless plug, go subscribe to my second channel, link down in the description below. As it stands, Lakers, I am a diehard Laker fan. I love talking Lakers. I could talk Lakers all day, just like I could talk about all sports all day. And I'm sure many of you watching to this point enjoy my commentary, enjoy these discussions. So go check out the Lakers channel. Even if you're not a Laker fan and you just like hearing me talk about stuff in basketball, go over there and subscribe. I'll link down in the description below. I promise you won't be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.